doing a lot of talk. Sometimes if you have a dominant position too, he can also call a lot of the shots.
Yeah, it often feels like it, depending on what heroes people are playing, whoever wants to make those shot calls, the primary initiator, when he's playing Storm Spirit or Tiny or something, he's just walking into a fight or Ball Lightning jumping someone. He's the one saying, team, it's time. Let's go. Let's freaking start this off. But here we go. Game 1, Fly to Moon against Alliance, as we kick off the draft with Chen and Shadow Demon, our first bans out. Heroes to look out for. I feel like Rubik is still a very important one for Fly to Moon, which probably makes its way into this early ban stage. There's also like Pangolier. You've already mentioned Iceberg, his hero pool. Some very potent heroes that he does love to grab up. What about Alliance, though? What are we looking for from them?
Techies. They played Techies against Team Liquid, and they won that game. Okay, so but there it is. Fly to Moon. They banned it out. It was position 5. Techies, FNG played it. I think if you wanna if you wanna be good at this meta, you also need to learn how to play Techies. This hero is insanely strong. I know people get triggered. I'm the one who also gets triggered whenever I see Techies in my games because it does not feel like Dota. Okay, you walked into a mines, you died, easy clap, good job. But he's still there, and I think Virtus Pro is the perfect example. Zayat's Techies, the way they found out how to utilize this hero properly. Like, you can't just play one part of the map because of him. So how do you enter? Like, you need to either get some decent heroes against it, or you need to spend one ban in the first banning stage.
Yeah.
So that's a very big advantage.
Exactly. Like, he feels so good in laning stage, like trading his life for your opponent's regen through multiple blast-offs. He feels really good defending high ground, staircases. So many teams it feels like they're reliant on certain timings, stealing an outpost or ganking into the enemy jungle. And you just can't do that if there are, remote mines or landmines just waiting for you, giving the techies that knowledge of where you're heading. So a good solid ban, along with Death Prophet, one of Alliance's favorite heroes, of course, and Chen joining the ranks. TA Ember Bat getting taken out by Alliance, not allowing Fly to Moon to have some of those more tempo mid-heroes. But there's still plenty there that can be grabbed up by Iceberg, for sure.
Yeah, and people call me the most, non-biased caster. It's Fly to Moon playing against Alliance, and I'm wearing Team Liquid jersey. And I'm wearing their best player, and I'm going to show it who it is. Just give me a sec.
Yeah, spin for me. Turn around. Who is it? It's Blitz, the best player of Liquid.
That's their best player.
Lacoste repping the captain. Phoenix taken out. Fly to Moon. Get rid of that fiery bird. So first pick for Alliance. They have the opportunity to, grab up the Rubik if they want to try and, steal that pick away from their opponents. We've seen, Tusk, Dragon Knight. Nature's Prophet is still out there as well, so they could be considering that Furion for S4. Lots of options. There are so many options. You could even think about going Grimstroke, Pango.
Pangolier was not contested at all in the last game, OG, against Viking. That's very surprising. I feel like that hero does so many things. Like, I'm going to pair him up with the Earthshaker at the moment. Like, fighting in these clutch areas where you can bounce off multiple times, zoning out the heroes in the back lines. You're just very annoying at the laning stage. So Rubik, you said this hero is going to be highly contested, and here it is. Like, it doesn't show anything. It's just Rubik. I don't know how you feel about Rubik, but for me, it always, Rubik's that standard hero. He can always make things happen. That's why I like him so much.
Yeah, and you've got pretty nice laning partners. You can have Rubik Pango, Rubik Centaur. You don't necessarily have to lane him in that dual lane together. He's really flexible just from the support position. I guess the one downside with first picking Rubik is that is your 4, right? We don't see position 5 Rubik. He can't go in any other roles, really. Mid Rubik is, something that has come and gone many moons ago. So you do have that bit of knowledge that Rubik's going to be the position 4. I'm picking Pango into Rubik. Got to be careful. Lacoste, what's your rule? What's your rule with Pango against
The
Rubik?
rule is once Rubik gets 6 and you're level 6, you need to have a point in shield crash. Otherwise, Rubik is just going to steal it, and that's how you lose a team fight. So Pango, whether it's position 3 or 4, you need to have 1 point in the shield crash. That's the rule.
So what are they going to go with now? Disruptor is something that Fly to Moon have loved playing, both in aggressive dual lanes like Pango and Disruptor lane together, and they've got like Swashbuckle, Glimpse, Thunderstrike to really be that oppressive force in the laning stage and put a lot of pressure onto the enemy safe laner. But it's going to be Undying.
That's his hero, Always Wanna Fly. I mentioned him in the previous series where he goes in, uses all his mana and HP, secures the farm, then dies. He does not care about dying and giving away first blood. He comes back stronger. And you also probably used a lot of resources to kill him. Mana, trading hits.
Yeah, and usually he soaks up, all of that attention away from his main carry or his main core hero that he's guarding. So Alliance now. Hanskin, Rubik, probably going to be what we're looking at. I just wonder now, do you think about picking up like your S4 Dragon Knight so early on?
You could, or you can get something like, what was I thinking? Grimstroke. Yeah, Grimstroke make Pangoliers' life even worse. So there's like some really nice spells to throw inside of it already with just Rubik.
Yeah, it does mean picking up your 2 supports and kind of showing a little bit of your hand early on. I think Alliance like picking up that flexible hero that can potentially play across multiple lanes. But they do pick up their FNG hero. That's a Bane, like you were saying, right?
Yeah, so this is where you shift Pangolier to position 4. You already have 2 very good counters for him. We see the rise of popularity from Bane. It's a save, like a smaller one, but it's still a save if you can time it correctly. And you have BKB piercing ability, great against Pango.
And both of these heroes very good at stopping people from cutting waves and dragging like lane equilibrium around, especially if Bane safe lane against a Pango +1 off lane. If they want to try and drag that second, third, whatever wave, Bane is there with a Nightmare. Second bans. Alliance, okay, they get rid of the Disruptor. I'm a fan of that. Even if you're thinking Pango maybe is the 4 and Undying the 5.
So I said that they should swap Pango to 4, but maybe they should not. You need to have position 4 hero that can, break Bane's ulti. These 2 are not good if Bane grips Pangolier. So Shadow Demon, Shadow Demon's gone. I know that Alliance, I believe it was Alliance who picked, it was Jakiro against the Bane to have a lower cooldown ability, Ice Path to cancel it.
Yeah, and like picking Clockwork as Fly to Moon here with 2 melee heroes already feels a little bit awkward. Like Clockwork and Pango overlap a little bit in what they want to do. They've picked Witch Doctor before, and I'm wondering here if Witch Doctor is not a bad pick for FTM.
Anything long range that can cancel it.
Shadow Shaman.
I don't think you've heard me. Long range, Gary.
Come on. It's not that bad. Just waddle up there like a penguin to get your hex off. Slowly but surely.
He's so slow.
But I'm actually like a decent fan of the toxic strategy of having all these things that you just throw into a team fight. Tombstone, Serpent Wards, Supernova, Plague Wards.
Pugna, anything.
Nether Ward,
toxic strat. They go for Grimstroke.
Phantom's Embrace is pretty long range, right? Silence up the Bane. Don't really have any single target abilities to go into Soulbind yet, though.
I'm a bit worried about Undying and Grimstroke as your 2 supports. Like, Grimstroke can make a move, but Undying can't. Like, compare their position 4s and 5s to what Alliance have. Alliance, like, these heroes are going to be good at every stage of the game.
Yeah, and right now, Nico Baby has all of his heroes still in the pool, right? He has complete free pick of whatever he wants. So if they want to go Slark, it seems like, a decent Slark game. There's not that much that can handle him. Very early Queen of Pain pick.
Queen of Pain just feels so good right now. I can't believe that teams were not, like, nothing changed that much. She was receiving a small buff after buff, but I don't know. It's just one of the top tier heroes right now. It can be played at position 4, 3, 5, you name it.
Didn't she get buffed like 10 patches in a row?
Did I say 5? I didn't mean 5. I meant mid, 3 and 4.
You can play Quap any role. Shut up. Yeah, I think since like 7.16 or something, 7.20, yeah, 7.20, she's just been buffed over and over again. Intelligence gain, damage, mana cost, everything just getting pumped up.
They need something to stun. Like, okay, Dragon Knight's banned out.
Yeah.
Never mind. What can you get? Like, it's a tough one. I don't know if they play Pangolier on mid. I don't think they do.
And Queen of Pain with Sonic Wave pretty good against the Pangolier in its own right. PL for FTM, and still 2 picks remaining for Alliance to try and handle the Phantom Lancer. How is the PL against Queen of Pain matchup now? Like, Doppelganger to get away from Shadow Strike. The cooldown on PL is too long, right?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna put Phantom Lancer on mid. That doesn't sound like Iceberg Hero. But what Alliance need is they need some AoE against the Phantom Lancer. They need someone that can lock him down, and that's Axe.
That is the Axe. So Queen of Pain for Limp, Axe for S4. They've got Bane in the hands of FNG, Hanskin, Rubik. Everything's slotting into place really nicely now. Leaving Nico Baby's hero till that final round.
So what Flight needs is, even though I'm not a big fan of Lina, but I'm thinking some Iceberg classics. I would prefer to actually see something like a Shadow Fiend maybe on the mid lane, but then you're limited on the stuns. They can also go for Tiny.
Zeus. I want to see a Zeus for, for Iceberg. Get that Nimbus, get the Aghanim Zeus going.
I believe he played Tiny against Queen of Pain, and he matched very well. Or was it my games from pub? I can't remember because I went Iceberg build. I'm not even kidding.
Just copy Iceberg. Man, he's such a godly player.
I just think they need a Yule Scepter builder against Axe. Once he goes in, you cancel the combo. You want to have a carry that, has ways of dealing with Phantom Lancer and the illusions. Like, maybe you get Gyro. It's great against Undying. Oh.
I mean, what kind of itemization do you want to go for? Like, do you want a Radiance hero, a Battle Fury hero? Because they all feel too slow nowadays, right? Weaver?
Okay, so that's one way to deal with the Tombstone. You kill Phantom in a hit because of Geminate attack. Usually Grimstrokes don't max it out, so you don't have to care too much about that. And you can build Maelstrom, Mjolnir against the Phantom Lancer. So there's enough AoE, I would say. But you need to be able to, buy a BKB as well on the Weaver earlier on. Otherwise, your full mana is going to be burned out by PL illusions. They're very limited on the catch. I want to see something. What did I suggest? Like Lina, even though Lina is not a game-winning hero. So maybe just a Shadow Fiend.
Go for the Yule's build on Shadow Fiend.
Shadow Fiend or Tiny, yeah.
Out comes the puck. That's the catch. Another elusive hero.
That's smart. The Flighty Moon drafter is actually smarter than me because I did not think of this hero. It's great against Queen of Pain, so Queen of Pain is forced not to go for Shadow Strike build, so her laning presence is not going to be that great. It's a silence against Weaver. A long coil can stop Bane's ulti, so fits perfectly. And then Pangolier can have a very nice Rolling Thunder inside the coil. Also a hero that can create a lot of space for Phantom Lancer. It's
exactly. Well, that's what I was
it's a
looking at
10th
as
pick
well.
puck, so looking very, very good. And Iceberg, I know he's extremely mechanically skilled, so I guess he's not going to be called by Axe. There is like 0.3 seconds to use phase shift when Axe blinks in and uses a call. The one thing I'm worried about is always want to fly Undying. I know he's playing it well, but just the hero doesn't feel that strong to me.
Yeah, I mean, their main goal here is, create a lot of space for V-Tune, get him off the ground, and have the Phantom Lancer and kind of ramp up as quickly as possible. But I do like Alliance's draft as well. The amount of catch they've got is pretty substantial. The gap close, like having Limp, Queen of Pain, and Nico Baby Weaver with Blink and Shikuchi, if Axe finds a target, or if they, go into the jungle and get a Nightmare to start things off, a Telekinesis grab, they can keep chasing these targets for, long periods of time, find additional bonus kills one after the other, potentially. We'll find out how the laning stage goes, though. Of course, very important in this patch to try and get your laning stage off to a good start. Fly to Moon with Grimstroke Undying, two very potent early game heroes. Game 1 here in this best of 3, and is it FTM again with a pause, Lacoste? You're not a fan of this, are you? Pausing after the draft?
No, he's talking to FNG. I'm not a big fan. Also, there is a rule. I didn't make this one up. Actually, I did. But if someone pauses the game and doesn't say why it's paused, you can unpause the game. There's nothing wrong about it.
Just immediately unpause. What are they saying?
It's about love. Lublю means either kissing or loving.
Well, off we go. General on the Pango with a low head out Grimstroke. Looks like they're heading up to top together, holding hands.
Queen of Pain lines are so good. I love it when you resist.
Yeah, she's into that pain kind of thing. Everyone's so happy in all chat and having a grand old time. Iceberg mid, Puck up against the Limp Queen of Pain. Bane and Weaver top for FNG and Nico Baby, and then down south. Always want to fly the Undying V-Tune Phantom Lancer with a Hanskin S4 Rubik Axe lane. That's going to be pretty scary to deal with.
2 days ago when Nisha played this exact same matchup, Queen of Pain against Puck, didn't get even a single point of Shadow Strike. He had 0-4-4 build on Queen of Pain.
Very interesting. Oh, Limp. Coming up to high ground. Thinking about scouting out Observer Wards, but he's been spotted out by General with a quick swashbuckle. Iceberg not getting too heavily involved. Looks like for now nobody knows where these observers are. General with swashbuckle off, cooldown in 2 seconds. He's taking a lot of damage from FNG and Nico Baby, and he will have to swashbuckle away. I'm just not sure that's
He needs to go back
enough.
to base.
He's going to get chased down here. He's dead, isn't he? FNG's got another brain sap in a second.
He's dead.
Put down into the ground, and there's your first blood. General down.
I was not lying. I said he was going to go back to base.
He sure did, just not the way he wanted. Back in a body bag. FNG's chasing Aloha Dance with a few free clicks. The spam ping's coming out. Like, what's he doing? Why is FNG here?
I'm sensing a pattern here.
And they all get back to their lanes as the creep waves meet. Wow, Aloha Dance, half HP. Nico Baby. Once he secures that range creep, he could go chasing in onto this Grimstroke.
On mid lane, Iceberg showed that he has Illusory Orb, so Limp gets a point in Shadow Strike, immediately uses it. What Iceberg could do is just get Phase Shift level 1, but he's so aggressive right now. Got level 2 before Queen of Pain.
Very close. Forces Limp to salve up. And he could maybe have killed off that courier as well, but Iceberg really sticking it to the Quap in that early period of the game. 3-0 against the 4-2. Aloha Dance top yet again, being hounded by FNG. This Bane is 1v2ing the top lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's understandable. He had the shared tango on Bane. So it's like your mid laner. Bought the boots, we see that more often. Position 5 is just getting boots straight away. Especially on a hero like a Bane that loves to trade hits and then can position himself much better. And if he zones out your position 4 on the side, like you can just trade against Bane, and then he's gonna get a couple of right clicks extra because of boots of speed.
Limp with some seriously good damage onto Iceberg. We'll have to bring out, Salve plus Null Tally recipe coming out for the puck. But Queen of Pain now leading, and it looks like advantage Limp for the most part. Aloha Dance aggressively playing top lane, but again, shoved back by FNG and Nico Baby. I do want to come down to bot and just talk about this for a second. S4, level 1 Battle Hunger, he's putting pressure on. They get Hanskin to level 2 with a wave drag back, and now this bottom lane is where they really start to play, right?
S4, 1 CS, what?
Yeah, because they were giving it all to Hanskin, he dragged the wave, and S4 wasn't able really to get anything. Just being chased by the Undying.
I can't believe Always Wanna Fly has 0 deaths, and we're already 2 minutes and 40 seconds into this game.
Unbelievable. It's impossible. Can't be real life. Top lane, Inkswell into the swashbuckle. FNG is able to tank through the majority of this damage, but the final click from Aloha Dance will pick up the kill. General salving in a very sneaky spot. He's going to cut himself through the trees. Looks like FNG finally paying for all that aggression he's been putting on.
Mid lane shouldn't go this way. I think Iceberg messed up with getting Illusory Orb instead of skilling the phase shift. Level 1.
Yeah, what is it?
Now Limp is just dominating it. Burning a lot of region.
Iceberg. Interesting jumps. Limp fake pumping that dagger. Trying to force out the
Iceberg
phase
doesn't
shift.
even blink.
Yeah, not at all. He does have a salve for Limp.
Well, this is what we wanted to see, bottom lane.
Finally.
Somehow he
Always wanna
managed
fly.
to survive for almost 4 minutes without a single death.
I'm thinking about V-Tune as well. He doesn't have any regen on him. He's going to be reliant on the Undying coming back into lane with some items. S4 could think about going for it with this massive creep wave. Hanskin with no telekinesis. They don't have the control for it. What did the Undying bring? He's got a salve and a mango that he can share across. Didn't bring any of the PL's actual items though.
I've been really impressed by the way V-Tune has been playing for the last like a month. He looks very stable on certain carries like Phantom Lancer, Slark.
He's given a lot of
Always
space
wanna
by his
fly.
team. He's always want to fly. Yet again being spun down. The good Soul Ripple get the PL, the trade kill. So it feels like they do come out on top of that again. Fly to Moon. Undying just giving his life for the big kill there for the PL to take.
He's fine with that trade, otherwise if he wasn't, he would use Soul Rip on himself. So V-Tune gets the solo XP, unfortunately Undying doesn't have a TP for 15 seconds, so he's just gonna walk. It's gonna be 3 for 1. Trade in bounties, right? Where's the 4th bounty? I can't see it.
There it is. FNG grabbed one, Hanskin grabbed one, Aloha Dance, and then Limp. Also refilling his bottle on the Queen of Pain as Aloha Dance, Inkswell, to try and buy him time against this Bane. No nightmare
Double
there.
disarm.
So
He even
quick
TP's
TP.
back to base.
All the way back to Fountain.
Always want to fly, being chased.
S4 cutting
Bottom
that wave.
lane.
And Hanskin with the telekinesis. They're not going to commit for it. I thought for sure there with a Rubik arriving they'd try and commit for the kill on the Undying. V-Tune trying to handle the axe now, but S4 is just going to walk back towards his own incoming creep wave. And mid lane looks like things have evened out a little bit now. Rune spawning up
Regional on
top.
top.
And Iceberg with a really nice orb. Make sure that he does get it.
Queen of Pain, no points in Sonic Wave yet.
Oh, top lane
If you
FNG.
commit like this,
Very
FNG,
close
what
to
is he
death.
doing?
We've also disarmed Nico Baby, but he's just going to turn around and fight with a swarm here. Another Shikuchi forward. General with a swashbuckling 5, not really a target they can go off and finish. You might even think about FNG. A very close game so far. It feels like everyone's kind of getting what they need out of the laning stage. It's going to come down to those early pivotal rotations from Puck, Queen of Pain, or it looks like in this case Aloha Dance, who's coming down bottom lane. Always want to fly, baiting in Alliance, but they're not falling for it. He's half HP, but S4 wants the creep wave instead.
Queen of Pain saving a point. Usually when you go for
Oh.
second, okay, third point in Pain on level 6, you max it out without getting ulti. S4 dropping low.
Chased by the V-Tune PL. Looks like they should have him. Oh, is S4 fast enough? With just the boots, the lance will take him down. Queen of Pain's rotation not coming to anything just yet. Iceberg also TP down south. Try and turn on that axe as quickly as he could. So FTM bringing numbers down there to handle S4. This opens up that top lane for Nico Baby now to free farm because FNG just 1v1's General out of the lane.
Don't mind me.
You can't kill Nico Baby at the moment. He's level 7. Shikuchi maxed out, plus a time lapse. It should be enough to survive. Even if they use Pango ulti plus a Grimstroke combo, Nico Baby should not die there. So they need to bring Puck to actually kill Nico on the top
Not in
lane.
my nature, but
FNG? That's an Invis Grimstroke. Aloha Dance not going to commit for it.
Is under attack.
Looks like Iceberg more content just to farm up creeps under his tower. Where's S4 sitting net worth-wise? 2,500? Not too far behind the Puck, honestly. I was wondering if his 2 deaths maybe had been enough from FTM here to kind of shut down that early timing. But he's going to have phase boots. He's going to start to build up towards that blink dagger as Limp gets cleared up in the mid lane by the rotation in from the Pango.
I've tested out yesterday thing that I've been saying, so apparently it's fixed. Like there was a, I'm gonna call it a bug since it's fixed, where Pangolier uses Rolling Thunder and Queen of Pain using Sonic Wave at the perfect moment and pushes Pangolier away, puts Rolling Thunder on cooldown and stops it. But I couldn't do it. I tried it for like 50 times in a row and I could not do it, so I guess it's fixed.
Nice. Yeah, it used to like cancel the Rolling Thunder, right?
Yes.
Oh, Limp's first death of the game, still holding on to the Sonic Wave. Puck up to level 8, max Waning Rift. Ever so slightly ahead of Limp's Queen of Pain now. FNG trying potentially to start things off on Iceberg, but it is all very slow and steady from Alliance right now. They want that blink on Axe. Ethelyn's Rubik. Weaver looks like he will be heading into that Maelstrom like you were mentioning.
If we check always on a fly Undying's items, he has 2 wind laces. I'm pretty sure they don't stack, but okay.
Radiant's bottom
Yes,
tower
it says it
is
right in
under
the
attack.
tooltip. Bonuses from multiple wind laces do not stack. S4 chasing down the Undying while the Puck gets a good 3-man Waning Rift and Dream Coil to hold back Alliance's advance. Need to kill off the bug, the swarm taken care of. As the coil snaps and Nico Baby giving chase. Ooh, maybe thinking about going all the way in there onto Iceberg. A little bit scary though. Yes, Puck is on less than 400 HP, but has a Waning Rift and a turnaround with the Ink Swell. Quick little orb over the top. Aloha Dance looks like he's going to drop with the Rolling Thunder. Arriving now from General. Hanskin still level 5, so no steal available. Lift up onto Iceberg
Wave is
to
ready.
stop it. Him from getting too involved, but a good connection from General again, and they starts up the Queen of Pain.
Surprised that Limp didn't go for Sonic Wave on Puck when he was low and without a shapeshift.
Radiant structures
Sorry, phase
are
shift.
fortified.
Nico Baby gets another one.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Does indeed diving under that tier 2 bottom lane. Finishing off the Undying. All very scrappy. It feels like both of these teams pretty happy to get involved early on, have these big fights. But Limp, yeah, 2 deaths in a row without using ultimate. Do you feel like Queen of Pain is still that very snowball-reliant hero, or has she calmed down a little bit now?
I mean, you can get the farm with Queen of Pain. You don't necessarily need to play from ahead. He has the same amount of farm as Puck at the moment, so they're fine. It's just the carries that are almost 2,000 ahead of everyone else.
We favor the Phantom Lancer in this game if he's having such a perfect start. 2-0-0, almost 100 CS. When he gets Diffusal Blade, what's Alliance's real ability to stop the PL from running over them?
You need to, like, Weaver comes online faster. Now that Phantom Lancer is going for what seems to be just S and Y first item. So yeah, he's gonna be tanky, he still deals damage, but he doesn't burn mana. So once you get Maelstrom on Weaver, there's gonna be a window of opportunity for them to take 2/3 fights. And then you get another item, like you get a BKB. But if you talk about super late game, like Phantom Lancer is just a stronger hero.
You can start overrunning you. Iceberg Puck. Still sitting around mid lane. They've carved a nice little bit of map for themselves as they aim towards Nico Baby. FNG is probably just going to be the target of choice here, pretty quick on the Bane. As General has taken out Hanskin top lane. Where the hell did that Grimstroke? Queen of Pain's coming in top. Limp is hasted. Looks like he's trying to find a target there. But 2 support kills across 2 lanes, you know, splitting very wide across the map. FTM, they've controlled this game up pretty nicely. Dead even.
We still haven't seen Sonic Wave being used 13 minutes in. Axe getting closer to his Blink Dagger, just 200 gold away. Weaver finished the Maelstrom, so it's go time. They need to make advantage right now when Axe gets a Blink Dagger.
That is the big swing there for Alliance. 100 gold away from it. Hanskin's just going to guard the staircase, make sure no one comes up his way. Oh, S4, be careful. Oh dear, he's walked into 3 of them. FTM ready and waiting with everything they've got. Burst down S4, so that's Blink Dagger now delayed by at least 30 seconds, that death timer of Axe. Also charges up on General's Urn.
General has a lot of farm, same amount of farm as Limp. And he is tanky. Like, you don't burst this Pangolier that easily. 20 magic wand charges Urn on top of Vitality Booster. And once he gets a Spirit Vessel, like that's one of the strongest items in this patch, besides Heaven's Halberd and Sage's Mask.
You had to bring up the Sage's Mask. Oh, he's rolling in here. Good. He's already shield crashed up, so that's the thing that'll be stolen by Hanskin. And the dive at the tower from Always Wanna Fly grabs him up.
So General knows. You need to have a point in shield crash.
He absolutely knows. And the great thing, you know, Pango being able to play with this Grimstroke. Maybe you didn't need the Undying there. Just the Grimstroke and the Pango could probably have dived the Rubik on their own. But Undying makes sure there's no TP rotations, no reactions from Alliance. As S4 gets his Blink delivered. Queen of Pain looking for a Yule Scepter, but quite distant from it. Nico Baby does go Maelstrom into BKB, like you were saying. Very quickly into that early BKB.
I've seen greedy players, when there's the same matchup, Weaver's going straight into Mjolnir, which I don't think it's a correct play. They also have no save besides Bane's Nightmare, which I don't think it's enough. So getting a BKB this early is okay. Then you can still switch back to Mjolnir after. So Phantom Lancer decided to go for full S and Y before getting a Diffusal. Like usually it's just Yasha into Diffusal Blade and then you can get the other items. But with this kind of a build, like one of the reasons why Juggernauts, Phantom Lancers are building status resistance, you're playing against Axe. You want to lower the duration of Berserker's Call.
Exactly.
And if you look
Also-
at the other heroes, on top of that, anything stolen from Rubik, he has Arcane Supremacy, Debuff, Amplification. You have Enfeeble, which removes your status resistance.
Oh, it's all getting a bit spooky down this bottom right corner of the map, you know.
Radiant's
Iceberg
middle
has
tower
Blink
is
Dagger,
under
but he's going
attack.
low ground to high ground, finds the silence onto S4. Does get a call onto the PL, who stood his ground and gets dunked into it. I'm not entirely sure what V2 was playing at there, but it's Alliance. It's all bound up now. Axe with the Queen of Pain. They do not have Sonic Wave and they can't blink away, so Nico Baby, he's got a lot on his plate right now to try and gather up as many kills as he can, but the grip onto the puck, nicely done by FNG, holds that elusive Fairy Dragon in place, and Nico Baby, well, he's cleaned his plate now. He was a hungry boy. There's nothing left. Only General, who swashbuckles back to the safety of his tier 1. Alliance? Are you going for the full wipe? Nah, Nico
Nah,
Baby.
hard to
Tower
catch.
is under attack.
That's what I said. They're gonna have another like 4 or 5 minutes where they're stronger because the timing of their items and what they have. Maelstrom is
Radiant's middle
great.
tower is
Axe
under
had a
attack.
very nice call on V-Tune, but I believe that if he had the Diffusal Blade there instead of full SNY, maybe he regrets it. Like I just don't feel like getting SNY first is that big of a deal.
Yeah, and I'm just not sure what the PL was doing. You know, he sees that Axe, the puck jumps in. It felt like a bit of a disjointed team fight where the rest of the squad wasn't really on the same page as the 2 carry players here.
Radiant's
Alliance, on
bottom
the other
tower
hand,
is under
very
attack.
nice turnaround, getting Nico Baby off to a
Dire's
6-0
top tower
start.
is under attack.
Clumsy
Dire's
net now for the
structures are
Weaver.
fortified.
Axe and Bane eyeing up this mid lane. Anybody comes near the tier 1, they're going to get shredded.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
General just holding the high ground, sitting on the stairs, waiting for his turn. And Puck has been bashed up by Roshan as he tries to jaunt across the map to try and defend the tower. Lion's not finishing it. They seem a little bit scared.
Radiant's
Finally, Nico
middle
Baby gets the
tower
last
is
touch in.
Nico Baby needs 100 gold to finish his BKB.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
FNG just says, man, I didn't die for a very long time. Time for me to do something.
Radiant's bottom tower
And
is under
bait in the
attack.
enemy. Let them
Dire's
show on the
top
map.
tower is under attack.
That does make a bit of space for the PL though, and an immediate smoke from FTM. Pango clear out the bottom wave. The other 3. Aloha Dance, Always Wanna Fly, and Iceberg. Ready with an arcane rune on the puck. And Queen of Pain. Straight up, coiled up. This observer ward right next to her right now. Perfectly showing where Limp was standing. And Queen of Pain now 0, 4, and 2. But I think that's Yule Scepter finally completed, so those kind of pickoffs shouldn't happen anymore.
If we had a Yule Scepter there, I think he lives. You can also
Essence
break
Ring
the
Yules.
coil if you time it correctly with the Yule Scepter and not get stunned. But it requires a lot of skill.
Puck jumping away. S4's hunting. He is smoked up.
When you said Pog jumping away, I heard you Pog champing away.
Pog champing away. Iceberg is Pog champing away. He's like the human embodiment of Pog champ.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Nice sneaky little tier 1 grab there from FTM. Where is the PL item wise? Satanic coming up next. He's got SNY Diffusal Blade. Feels like he's pretty ready to fight.
That should help.
Complete control on this dire jungle.
Dire's
S4,
top
where
tower
are you
is under
going?
attack.
It feels like Axe has just been like wandering around, not having anything to do for the past couple of minutes.
He needs to play with the team. Like you can't just go for solo kills. There's no blade mails.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I saw Nico Baby swapping Ensnare Clumsy Net for Imclaw, which is okay, but someone needs to have that net. Against Pango, he can't use any of the spells. He just kills the hero, any root mechanic. Same goes for Puck. Like, but who do you put it on? Like, Queen of Pain right now is holding Essence Ring, which is okay. Okay, Rubik has it, so
Yeah, it's like
they
Rubik.
definitely need to use it. It's
I'll
very
give it a blink
valuable.
call top. Okay, General just swashbuckle and he's got a TP ready if need be. Nico Baby gets the kill in the mid lane on Always Wanna Fly. BKBs and turns around. Fights into the tombstone. Easy bonus gold. General showing up top lane again potentially. Waiting. Biding his time. Just gonna let S4 clear the wave.
Have you noticed that no one is buying pipe anymore?
It's that recipe, man. You add a recipe to items and people just get allergic to it. How much is the recipe for Hood? 200 gold recipe for Hood. That's it. That's like all. That's all it takes. It got nerfed pretty heavily. Alliance on the prowl again. Don't believe they got spotted by any Radiant Observer wards, which have been pretty good so far.
Radiant are scanning.
Scouting out the movements from Alliance. Dire have a little bit of vision, as it looks like the regen rune get popped out there. Chasing the Grim Stroke. Nicely done by Nico Baby. And they have a blink call. Oh, it's just into PL illusions. They don't find the real one. V-Tune is already up top lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Alliance is slowly taking control of this game. They're not choosing too many fights, but the ones that they're taking are correct ones. Nico Baby still 0 deaths, which is pretty impressive.
Now he's going into S and Y. Axe with the blade mail. General having a pretty quiet time. He wants himself that Arcane's mech. Give a bit more sustain to his squad. In comes Nico Baby. Says, hello General. You're going to have to swashbuckle south. But S4 is waiting. There's the jump from General. And S4, he was ready. Absolutely perfect setup from Alliance. Nico Baby herding that poor Pango back into the waiting arms of S4. And now the rest of them smoke. Immediately, Alliance. Smoke out across the map. Always Wanna Fly mid. Looks like an easy kill. Ah, Hansken gets scouted out. They saw the smoke pop.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bane and Queen of Pain still going. Ooh, hello. Fiend's Grip straight off. Limp there with a Shadow Strike. Oh, they don't have enough damage, it feels like. They try with a Sonic Wave Scream, but in comes the Dream Coil. Now V2 turns to fight. Hansken, he's arrived on the scene of the crime now. He's got Waning Rift to try and jump and close the gap onto the puck. But Limp, still on top of V2, somehow has the gap closed as the double gang gets him out of danger now. Blink Call will take down Iceberg. S4 joins just in the nick of time. And Limp, he's just continuing forward. He wants
He
the
can
two
do whatever
supports
he
now.
wants right now.
If he can't have the PL, he's going to have the other ones. Nico Baby, he's getting connected in on here, and Aloha Dance, a pretty simple takedown for the Weaver as Limp finds the Yule's catch, grab up onto the Undying with a blink of the call, and S4 dunks him down. Nico Baby godlike, and S4 with a killing spree. Yes, your Phantom Lancer survives, but you are bleeding out on every one of your other heroes.
Phantom Lancer is so tanky, like that status resistance even has Nether Shell, so extra 25% magic resistance. It's been a while since I saw someone getting Crimson Guard. It's great against PL, don't get me wrong. Axe has one queued up. It's also one of the items that got nerfed, so we don't see it that often anymore.
Good little D ward from FTM. They need to remove all this vision the Alliance have been placing over on their side of the map, and they've done a very good job at that. Oh, General, he's walked into this one, hasn't he? Down to about a third of his HP, and Nico Baby giving chase, very aggressively taking down the Pango. But is forced to BKB and time-lapse back. Nothing there really that FTM can do. You know, Academ Scepter on Puck is now 400 gold away. Maybe then they'll have a chance.
Next Roche that Alliance fights, that wins, if they take out 1 or 2 heroes, they can easily take the Roche. With the Swarm, there's enough minus armor to actually deal with it. Limp was not having that great of a time. Like, he's 0, 4, and 7, didn't get any kills, which is pretty bad. Like, you want to get some kill steals with the Queen of Pain. But he has a lot of farm at the moment. Orchid has a save with the Yule Scepter going for BKB next, which is a natural build for Queen of Pain.
Yeah, just the fact that he's 11,000 net worth, 0, 4, and 7,
Dire
and
are
this
scanning.
Iceberg Puck is behind him. Does finish off the Aghanims now, though, on Puck. Ready to smoke up with his squad if they want to go wandering around looking for action. Aloha Dance holding on to one. And they're all here together behind the Phantom Lancer, but still kind of biding their time, waiting for Alliance to make that move. They've got a lot of lane management to get done, right? They've got to kind of push out bottom wave, they've got mid wave to deal with. And Rubik's done a great job sitting and hiding in the trees, just fade bolting and clearing through everything top. $1,200 range on that Spirit Vessel aura. Like, Rubik
Not
knows
too
Pango's
bad.
near him.
Yeah, where is Pango? He's there. Yeah, that's the downside of it.
You
What
can't turn
people
it off,
have
right?
been doing when you're like either hiding or trying to gank from fog, when you have Vlad, you put it in the backpack. So people don't see it on the creep wave.
And turn off your radiance when you're invis as well.
How did you get so good, Gary? Where you
Watching-
get all this knowledge from?
Watching professional players and listening to you, Lacoste.
Thank God, we've been casting a lot lately. How's your MMR doing? Double?
I haven't played ranked in a long time. I feel bad. I think I'm still at like 5.3 or something.
You didn't have to tell me the number, you know? It would be hard for you to actually double it.
Very
Radiant's
hard.
bottom tower is
Who
under attack.
who hit 11k recently?
Abed?
It was Abed, right? Like, that is insane. That's actually insane to me. Like, he has over double my MMR. What an absolute god.
Radiant structures are
Alliance with the
fortified.
tier 2 bottom lane. Chopping him down.
Dire's top
It feels
tower
like
is
FTM
under
have just,
attack.
you know, lost track of where this game's heading. It's a nightmare onto Iceberg as he tries to clear out that mid wave. It's going to get him caught by FNG, but a nice Phantasm
Instant
Embrace set
silence.
up by Aloha Dance to get the puck out. So Nico may be changing target onto the Undying, clear him up, and the Tombstone down. It's all binding onto the supports of Alliance, but they've potentially here got the catch onto Iceberg, who Waning ripped aggressively in with V2, clearing up FNG. They take down the Bane and the Rubik about to follow, but the turnaround from Limp with that Sonic Wave Scream and S4
Satanic.
ready with a call in a couple of seconds, but yes, V2 and Satanic back to full health, and a TP buyback from Bane coming in. V2 silenced up, he's got Iceberg's back up and Limp. Essence Ring and ready to turn and fight. Nico Baby just stands his ground. Time-lapse is back. Now they've got to shift away though. V2 is too powerful. They can't battle into this PL. Alliance got turned on so quickly there by FTM, and the buybacks flying through means FNG's going to die back.
Wait a second, there it is. So they lost 5 heroes. Aloha Dance in trouble. This should be a kill. But he's low on mana. 9 stick
Yeah.
charges. Where's the silence?
There it is with a waning rift. Nico Baby, he's going to get pummeled now. That Phantom Lance are chasing with the illusions, and the Weaver, ooh, onto the high ground. Nah, you can't escape from the Phantom Lance, and Limp forced to blink back to his tier 3s. FTM baiting with that
Dire's
Iceberg
middle
Puck.
tower is under attack.
I love the build on Phantom Lancer. I was not okay with him getting full SNY before Diffusal Blade, but this status resistance build really working out for him, and going Basher next. Once he gets that item, if you can't burst him down during the call, which you should not, he's sitting at, what, 43% status resistance, so Axe Call is gonna last 3.2, 43% to 1.2, so it should be 2 seconds, a bit more. If my math is correct, and usually it's actually 2 seconds, we're gonna round it up.
Get those rounding in there. But there it is. The fight lasts too long. The buybacks keep coming, and Alliance weren't able to chase, one target after the other, which they've been reliant on throughout this game. Is finding a quick pick-off, chasing the next target, chasing the next one, and kind of sending FTM into disarray as they try and escape. But now the fact that the PL can just stand in the fight and almost 1v5, V-Tune's having a grand old time.
How do you kill him? That's the question. You have no Spirit Vessel to reduce the region and healing on that Satanic. I see Weaver going for Satanic, so that's gonna help them. But still, in the damage department, I'm a bit worried. You can't burst him down. With the Aegis, he has practically 3 lives, maybe even 4.
Exactly.
With Satanic
You're saying, how'd you
usage.
kill him? I was ready to ask you, how'd you kill him twice or 3 times now, right? Phantom Lancer at insanity levels of strength.
When you have that one hero who you can't kill, like a Wraith King, who you need to ignore, but you can't just ignore Phantom Lancer, otherwise you're not gonna have mana on your heroes even if you kill support, so you can't fight him later on.
They're going to find Aloha Dance. They were looking for Iceberg, and the Grimstroke will have to be the consolation kill.
Yeah, so efficiency, I was just about to say it. Aloha Dance, if we click on Grimstroke, he had Telescope, and now uses Philosopher's Stone
Dire's structures
when
are
he's dead,
fortified.
so almost a minute dead. That's extra 70 gold.
Easy money. Let it flow in.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Mindbreaker
Radiant's top tower is under
on the
attack.
Weaver is a pretty nice neutral item to take. PL
This is the
still
item
holding
that's
onto the
great
Nether Shore.
against Puck. Yep, he doesn't have ways of dispelling it yet, building a Yule Scepter, but needs to get to the shop, maybe
Dire's
saving it for
bottom tower
buyback
is
for
under
now.
attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
PL still hiding down bottom lane. Aegis in hand for another 3.5 minutes. Alliance just calming down and resetting. They want that Crimson now. S4, yeah, he's done that. Finished up. FNG's got a couple of bracers. Hansken 400 gold away from Blink Dagger, and we're yet to see really any big steals from Hansken. No Rolling Thunders or anything like that. General's been very good on the shield crashes. Puck is always able to get off a couple of spells, not giving away Dream Coil or anything. As FTM send the PL up onto high ground. Very, very ballsy move from V2, just walking
They
straight
just
into
running
Alliance.
away from him. Still
Oh,
2.5
see.
minutes on that Aegis, so that means Alliance can take the fight.
And they see the axe with Obs and Sentry mid lane. They know exactly where S4's standing. And they've spotted the Weaver as well. This is FTM with full vision pretty much of this team fight. Alliance needs to reposition themselves because there's the Yules from the Puck onto S4. He can't call. He's going to have to blade mail and try and just hold. But V2 has shredded him. Axe is gone. Sonic Wave comes out. In comes the BKB from the Queen of Pain. Dream
She
Coil
can't
expended.
blink.
She can't do anything. One charge is now with the blink with the Soulbind there with a 2-man silence. They've got a Nightmare on to always want to fly, but Bane has just got to walk this one off. Queen of Pain, can we blink again? Oh, silenced up. Caught out. 3 heroes down and Flight of Moon making those Obs and Sentries mid lane pay beautifully for them.
Surprised that they decided to take this fight. It's very hard to fight into Aghanim Scepter, Puck, Satanic, and Aegis Phantom Lancer. Still a minute and a half, so they can go for high ground. Weaver needs to start cutting the waves, and there it is. She's gonna hit level 25 in one creep
Dire's
wave.
middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
One range creep, that's what they have.
Oh my god, they're just diving with the Hanskin. Poor little Rubik. The blink call from Axe only catches illusions. Okay, Iceberg, face shifter off. Time to disengage for FTM. Drawn back to Orbs. Nico Baby is joining the fight. He'll get a freebie on Always Wanna Fly. But the continuation of the fight just not there. Alliance, they can't catch Puck, they can't catch PL. General's Pango is elusive as ever now with this Grieve Spirit Vessel incredibly tanky on top of it. Nico Baby wants to try and take down the Pango, but there's the little Phantom's Embrace. Silence up Nico Baby, TP away, and there is no chase.
It was full Davai Dotka from Fly the Moon. They still have it in their blood. There's really no need to go for that kind of a play. They had one range creep, so they could have tried to deal some tower damage. Alliance, they had 7k gold lead. Now we're back to 0.
We absolutely are. Scardy Weaver. I just don't see an item decision or a play decision that deals with the PL and the Puck together. Unless they're
This
able
is the
to get
item,
S4
like
with,
35. 30% less lifesteal on Satanic is pretty great.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but you've got to catch him first, right? You've still got to get this. S4 has to have a blink call of his freaking career. V-Tune. Shadow bladed up. Spots Nico, baby. Dire sentry down, so now they know where the PL is standing around, and FNG. Oh, dearie me. There's a quick little bash. Nightmare. Not going to do a whole lot. And this, potentially, could be a push down mid lane again for FTM.
PL, Butterfly queued up for him. Does not want to finish full Abyssal Blade, which is very, very weird. I mean, where are you going to put that Butterfly anyway? Like, just finish Abyssal Blade first. Then, this is the full Assassin type build that you're going for. Shadow Blade into Abyssal.
I'm not sure what S4 was doing, but he was TPing out while the fight begins. Always when a fly has dropped, but in comes the Soulbind. Aloha Dance also down, with buyback available, but they've got the kill on the Axe, and finally taking him down. And they force the Yules from the Queen of Pain. Limp has to try and blink away, but silenced by the Waning Rift and V-Tune yet again. Just able to stick around, and another Yules to cancel the TP of Hanskin, while Nico Baby's coming in to try and find Iceberg with that Mindbreaker silence, but the phase shift and Waning Rift, no, not going to come in time.
Oh man,
Nico
that
Baby.
play from Nico.
Where's the bash?
He's
V2
too
doesn't get
speedy.
it.
That's why you need Abyssal Blade to control Nico as well. Once you hit level 25, it's so hard to deal with Weaver, any kind of, you know, split push that she's causing. But still,
nice.
Phantom Lancer is a stronger hero in the super late game.
A nice place on the map, though, for Alliance to take a fight, right? And they know there's no Roshan. They know that FTM were wanting to kind of push either mid or bottom lane. So they go and take that fight on the complete wrong side of the map for FTM. And even if it's, you know, reasonably even, or if Alliance lose, you know, slightly by a kill or a little bit of net worth here or there, it's still buying them a little bit more time to get that second Roshan team fight. 30 seconds until the fast spawn on him. But yeah, at the start of the fight, S4 was TPing. I don't know if you saw that, but I was very confused.
I did not. Oh, Prince's Knife. Whew. That's the item that you wanted to pick up probably as your tier 4 items on Weaver. It's a Hex, so with this kind of a build you can just cut into backlines, Hex 1, also projectile speed on top of Geminate attack. There's gonna be a lot of those small little bugs pumping out very fast, very quickly. Double damage on top, always on a fly scouts it out.
Dire are scanning.
Roshan, 3-minute spawn time, the longest of spawns. PL gets a Paladin Sword, grabs a tier 3 item as everyone else is grabbing tier 4s. With the Shaco, the Leveler now, grabbed up by the PL. We'll see if he swaps that in. Looks like he does.
It gives him a
Flicker is available, but nobody really wants it.
The Ice Frog needs to definitely do something about that item. The only good thing is that all the heroes got nerfed in terms of move speed. All the items are flat numbers. So 40 feels really good. That's the only thing. But not being able to control where you're blinking, that's just bad.
It's dumb. I think the dispel from it is way better than anything else. But blinking randomly in a direction, it's just awful. Both teams kind of vying for control around Roshan now, right? That's why we're seeing them both pivot into these high ground plateau areas near the pit. FTM scouting inside. Alliance.
Double flicker.
Another one.
Timeless Relic. I guess you give that to Puck. Yep.
Under attack.
In general, toying with it, dropping it on the ground instead of putting it in the inventory. If you lose that item, it's a game changer. Like, you give that to Queen of Pain, debuff duration 25%. So what's the silence duration? 3.5.
Radiant's bottom tower
So
is under
almost
attack.
4.75. Yeah, 4.5
Count to
seconds.
one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot.
Divide by the...
Eon disc
Hello?
on Puck. He does not want to get bursted by Axe.
And there we have it. FTM lose their Undying. Nico Baby with that nullifier. Very quickly on top of them, and the S4 with a ninja gear. Continually smoking himself up. Keeping hidden. As Roshan, what is it, 40 seconds. Iceberg makes the jump onto S4. Trying to catch with General now. Puck actually aggressively jumping forward, but silenced. Limp. He's going to be counted out by the Yule Scepter as a Aloha Dance. Dealt with by the Sonic Wave and the Nullifier from the Weaver as the back end of the team fight. They do find FNG. V-Tune and Iceberg chasing onto the Soulbound core heroes now. Queen of Pain and Axe held in place. Iceberg's being pummeled by Nico Baby, but the Weaver can only do so much. Another Yule's Essence Ring, try and blink away. Limp with that BKB expiring, still susceptible to getting jumped by the Puck. They've got a Yule Scepter again. Iceberg chasing Quap.
Silence ready.
They do find Aloha Dance in the back, and the buyback start to flow. Queen of Pain will use up hers. Nico Baby still has that BKB to try and make a bit of a gap here with a blink call. S4 is in there with the dunks. No way! Holy shit, S4. I said he needed the call of his life, but my goodness, I didn't expect that one. A double kill for Axe. He got a 4-man call with the blade mail going.
You said it, he needs a call of his career, man. If this wasn't it, man, that was pretty fucking sick. I mean, you can blame Fly to Moon for this. You see that Axe bought back and you group up. That's a gigantic XD. Whew. Cheese and Aegis, this is how you throw the game. Suddenly 5k gold lead for Alliance. They need Gen, they need to see this Weaver. Also, I have no clue why Phantom Lancer decided to build Silver Edge. There's literally nothing to break. Like, what are you gonna break Axe so he can't spin? It doesn't really matter. If he went for Abyssal Blade, combine that with Grimstroke ulti and the ability to use it 2 or 3 times in a team fight where you just jump on Weaver and lock her down, this might be the game. Let me check the buyback status.
Yeah, I've got it open now. Like, Alliance used, what, 3 or 4 buybacks for that team fight? But PL doesn't have one. Puck does, but probably doesn't want to use it right now. Maybe going to have to wait until a couple of other heroes respawn, but it's at least 1, if not 2, full lanes of barracks that Alliance are going to gather up for themselves off the back of a Roshan take and a sick team fight. S4 holding on to Cheese, and there it is, second lane of barracks down. FTM just crumbling completely. The adrenaline must be pumping for S4 right now. My goodness.
That was sick. Like, that's actually game winning. Who were they even trying to kill? They were trying to kill Weaver, right?
Yeah, trying to chase down Nico Baby. Like, they killed off the Queen of Pain, Limp buys back, S4 buys back, and then both Queen of Pain and Axe come back into the fight at like exactly the same time for their 4-man call. FTM, Desperation Smokes, they need something to tip the scales here. Radiant Scan onto the high ground, catches nothing. Alliance all holding that eastern side. Aegis on Nico Baby, scouts always want to fly. Immediate Hex Strike from that Prince's Knife. And they should be able to get the dunk down onto the Undying as Nico Baby gives chase, and once more, Aloha Dance is his target of choice. Shivers Guard, Limp, focusing V-Tune. They've got another Blink call here from S4, but it's cancelled out. No Blink thanks to the Spirit Vessel, but they've got the grip. They've got the GG.
They call it.
Called out, and FTM tap out. Alliance take game 1. S4 God single-handedly getting them back into and winning this game in the matter of 2 minutes.
This must be so devastating for Fly to Moon. They had this game. I think they messed up with the item build that I said on Phantom Lancer. He definitely needed Abyssal Blade before to control Weaver. They were very limited, and they needed an earlier gem pickup so they can see her moving around. But man, that call from S4, definitely a game winning.
Absolutely game-winning. Oh my goodness gracious me. There we have it. Game 1 going the way of Alliance. I mean, things were all tied up. Things were 26-26 when that fight was starting off. You know, it was a very close game. Net worth, there was almost no difference between them. I mean, I'm gonna watch it back on the replay. It's like perfectly timed right now.